welcome to my new channel for the love of knobs. Today we're going to be talking about what we're going to do in the channel. So, give you an idea of what's coming up. We're going to do some motovlogging. We're going to feature some people on the vlog, so we're going to do some dual vlogging. We're going to talk about motorcycles. We're going to talk about dirt bikes. We're going to talk about dual sports. I'm going to share with you some perspectives on those things. I'm going to share with you some of our adventure riding, some of our camping and dual sport riding. We're also going to be doing some dirt biking, and I'm going to attempt to do some motovlogging while riding dirt bikes off-road. That'll be interesting. And then we're going to share have some guest speakers come on for dual vlogs and just do something a little bit different. Talk a little bit about life and talk about what motorcycling does, how it affects your life or their life. Today's topic is going to be about motorcycle riding and specifically adventure riding with your partner and the pros and cons and the goods and bads and how you can deal with some of the cons. And so let's just jump right into that. Today we've got also doing a dual vlog with my wife, Chris, and there she is. Say hi, Chris.
Hi.
So some of the pros of adventure riding, moto camping, dirt biking, and just general motorcycle riding with your partner. One of the things I was thinking about was having the camaraderie of having your partner there and being able to enjoy beautiful views like we're looking at today with your partner and kind of how that works. Chris, what are your thoughts on that?
I love the times where we get to see beautiful things together and share the moment, and then we get to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah. Well, another positive thing is that you get to have the experience together. So it's time spent with your partner doing what you love, and we both love motorcycling, so that's pretty great.
I love the part where we get to plan together and dream about our future. We have a lot of hopes and dreams for trips that we can take together, and I think it really builds our communication and our relationship and where we are right now.
Let's talk about some of the cons of riding motorcycles with your partner. I think one of the cons for me is feeling sort of like I have to worry about, is she okay all the time, especially when we're doing off-road stuff. I tend to worry a lot about other people, specifically when skill level differences happen, and that sort of brings us into our next con. And that is, when you have one rider that's either really skilled or somewhat skilled or mostly skilled, and then the other partner is kind of a beginner or hasn't been riding all that long. Hey, buddy, what's up? Then you get this difference, and that can be frustrating too because you're wanting to do things together, and at the same time, what you can do together is hard for one person and kind of boring or easy for the other person. What are your thoughts on that, Chris?
I think that's totally true. And I think one of the things that brings up for me is I can be pretty sensitive. And so when I start to notice those differences, I might get more hurt feelings or more emotional when I'm riding with my partner than if I'm just riding with a group of people, a group of friends, a random meetup group that I don't know. With those groups, I feel like there's just a natural boundary where I can bow out of the ride. And with my partner, I really want things to go well.
Yeah, absolutely. So those are some of the downsides of motorcycle riding with your partner. Let's talk about how we deal with it as a couple, how that works in our relationship. So the skill level difference, kind of one of the first things we talked about was, I've been riding for about 15 years now, and a lot of that has been dirt bikes, off-road. And so when we go to do technical off-road riding, in the past I haven't been very challenged with that. Hey, buddy. And well, that guy was great. So, you know, for me, when we first started out, it was like I didn't get that, you know, the hunger was still there after we were done riding. You know, I wanted more and more and more riding. And you were totally spent by the time we were done with, you know, even just a few miles.
Yeah.
That got better as we talked about, you know, where you're at, communicated about, you know, what's challenging, what's easy, and you know, we made it so that you were having fun, and at the same time, you know, you could do things that weren't so hard, and that gave you an opportunity to build your skills in a very safe environment rather than pushing into like really hard terrain and, you know, falling and having to pick the bike up a bunch. And, you know, for me, it was, you know, more time on the bike, which is what I needed as well.
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things I learned was how to ask for help and when to ask for help instead of always trying to do it all by myself.
Yeah, when you're new, it's really good to ride with an experienced rider, at least one other person, because, you know, you get yourself in over your head and you know, need help, and you could be completely exhausted and you'd be stuck out there. So, good deal. How about, you know, when things were challenging and we're having conversations that, you know, potentially were hurting feelings? One of the things that we figured out to deal with that is, you know, would take a break, slow down, kind of let the feelings subside, and, you know, everybody has a chance to think it through and then talk about it. Even if you're in the middle of the trail, you know, you're not in a rush to get anywhere. You know, it's supposed to be fun. We did a lot of conversations in the truck afterwards. I'm specifically talking about dirt bikes. We were first doing dirt bikes, and you know, it was really good to have that time to sort of hash it out, figure out, you know, how things work for each other and how to talk to each other. And, you know, on the positive side of that, it brought us a lot of, that's a pretty cool little Mercury Capri there. They must be having some kind of rally. Anyway, it was great to talk it out, have that time. You know, that's one of the things that the Cenas get you on the dual sports too when you're road riding, is the opportunity to just, you know, chat while you're riding and, you know, enjoy each other's company. What are your thoughts, Chris?
Definitely. I think that learning to ride a motorcycle and building my skills with you has made a difference in our communication across all the different areas of our relationship.
Absolutely. You know, it's never perfect. It's always a work in progress. But also, you know, it's great to have a reason to share a passion together and to talk about it. So yeah, that part of it's really good. What other opinions on dealing with cons do you have?
I think recognizing that we each bring a different skill set to doing something like adventure motorcycle camping. We might, one of us might be better at planning, and the other one might be better at getting the bike ready. And when we're working together on that, we can have a really successful trip.
That's all I got for you guys this time. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next ride.
Go for it.